Let's move on to the Sunday nighter, and I love hearing Donnie break down his Eagles play. Donnie said, take the Eagles. This was the game, from watching and working with you, it seemed like you were the most confident in on Tuesday, and I missed the line, missed the opportunity, especially the opener. I mean, this opened Eagles minus 4.5. On Tuesdays, there were 6.5s, now 7.5s. I find the over appealing. The Eagles are only 4-4 coming off their bye week. I think they roll to this division title. You know that I have that from the beginning of the season. Eagles to win the division here. Tate leads the NFL in yards after catch since entering the league in 2010. Now Wentz gets to add him to Zach Ertz, Goddard, Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar. This Eagles team seems primed to make a run. Cooper got off to a fine start with the Cowboys. I have no idea why they gave up a first-round draft pick for him. 5 passes for 58 yards. This is a team on the downswing, and you guys know how happy that makes me. This team also, Cole Beasley. Coming into the year with Cole Beasley as your number one receiver is just ridiculous. But with Cooper out there, Beasley got 3 receptions for 16 yards. The Titans held Zeke to 61 yards rushing. It allowed Prescott, to make some passes. 243 yards, 2 touchdowns against the Titans, but that was a costly interception, a costly fumble. Dallas's defense allowed the Titans to look like, contenders. Titans go for 340 yards, 60 more than their average, convert 78.6% of third downs into first downs. I was shocked at that, but obviously part of the problem was David Irvin, Randy Gregory out with injuries. Dallas goes from facing the 30th ranked Titans offense at home to playing Philly on the road, who averaged 366.9 yards per game. This seems like a very, very difficult spot for the Cowboys. Donnie, the question is there still value with the Eagles, even though the markets move so vastly, so quickly in their direction? Donnie, Cowboys at Eagles, Sunday nighter.
Yeah, I can't see the one thing, if you're going to look at the Eagles, I can't see the Cowboys winning this football game. I just don't think they're overall good enough, and the spot is absolutely horrific. You let an Eagles football team rest up, get ready and healthy, and give them 2 weeks off, and then you plop the Dallas Cowboys down on a Monday night football game against a physical team. Now you're going to send them on the road at night in a primetime spot. They're going to be itching to get this game. But there is value in the game that you want to take a look at. 7.5 does not really feel as good as 6.5 or 6 would have felt earlier in the week. The one problem I have with the Philadelphia Eagles here, and you don't really want to look at overall injuries or to running backs, the Eagles are one fast playmaking running back away from absolutely opening up this offense now. You have Golden Tate, which is going to get you those Nelson Aguilar yards, which he couldn't get all year, where they throw him the ball in the line of scrimmage, he gets 1 or 2 yards. That's going to be a perfect fit. They now have dynamic weapons heading down the field. I thought that Darren Sproles' healthy addition coming in on third down, where everybody's covered downfield, you throw it to him, he beats the first man, and you move the chains and continually get first down after first down. Do I think the Eagles are going to win this football game? You know what I'm surprised at in this game? I'm pegging that over all week long. And now it's 43, and I see 43.5 as we're on the show, and that upsets me because this game, to me, is headed for, it's 43 points. The Eagles are going to open it up on Dallas and force them to come from behind. This isn't a game where I see the pundits out there, give it to Zeke, give it to Zeke. Who are you running against in that Eagles front seven? Give it to Zeke. No. If you're down 10 points in this game, which the Dallas Cowboys will be at some point, they're not going to give it to Zeke, They're going to have to open it up. And the good part about the Eagles defense is Jalen Mills is down, as well as Sidney Jones is down, and they are the double move authority. Rewind it last year. Amari Cooper, who doesn't do much against anybody, roasted the Eagles last year on Christmas by going for double moves and being wide open. Dallas will bust a few plays in the passing game, but the Eagles will open it up and be in the high 20s to low 30s in this game. This game's going over.
Yeah, I find the over very appealing. Always love hearing your Eagles breakdowns. Whale Capper, what do you see here?
I don't know if I could have said it any better. That's my play on this one as well. Over 43. Grabbed that a couple days ago, and I think it was well put that the way that this game is going to be played is going to be, first 3 quarters they're going to have to take shots at each other. There's no way around it. You're not going to be able to, milk a lead here if you're either side, on either side of the ball offensively. I think they have the position. They have the players and they have the weapons to get it done on both sides of the ball. I love the integration of Golden Tate. I can't wait to see how they utilize him in the passing game. I wouldn't be surprised if the pass run splits for Philly is like 75-25. I mean, it's going to be a pretty high percentage of passing attack out of them. And if for whatever reason Wentz isn't as sharp as he usually is, incomplete passes stop the clock anyway. So it's, I think you're going to have a lot of opportunities here to get over a pretty low total. If we want to break down the side a little bit, this is a perfect, textbook contrarian spot to back the Cowboys. I don't know that I've ever seen as little support for a Cowboys team, in particular in a primetime game, in, I don't know, a decade. I mean, no one is walking to the window to bet the Cowboys right now, even Cowboys fans. And that's a little spooky if you're a sports book. Seeing it creep all the way up to 7.5 is probably inflated by a good two-ish points, maybe at least 1.5 points. This is probably a fair line, and this is probably Philly 6. So if you're inclined to take a contrarian angle, and you didn't need to go very far on the Twitter sphere to hear the contrarians crying last weekend. They got their butts handed to them. So the likelihood that a big primetime game, including the Cowboys, comes home for the contrarians this week seems reasonable. I'm not getting involved on a side here because I do like the Eagles a lot as a team. I don't know if Donnie caught this, but did you see they reopened the NFC East odds on Sunday before the Monday night game, and the Philly was plus 150 to win the East still? I don't know why they.
I did see that. Yep, I don't know. Yeah, I can't fathom it. Yeah.
Just low hanging fruit there on the Eagles. I don't know what the deal was with that, but I scooped a little bit of that, and I would love to see the Eagles just put the Cowboys away this week, bury the Redskins. And then coast to a nice home playoff spot. And I think if you're the rest of the league, you don't want to see this defense for the Eagles get healthy over the last half of the season, because they're going to be a menace in the playoffs. And actually, I kind of like them next week against the Saints. I don't know. What you giving that any thought, man? That's going to be an interesting game. I know Donnie's been Saints guy.
I threw it away already.
You did? Oh, okay. All right.
As an Eagle fan, I might take the wife out for a nice Sunday stroll around 4:00 and come back and just check the fine on that one.
Okay, so low expectations. Okay, interesting.
That's the best expectations. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the Eagles have they got some tough games coming down the stretch here. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see how this team comes together and competes, and see if they can make another playoff run. Of the teams in the NFC, I'm feeling a little sell on the Rams and buy on the Eagles, if anything. And the Saints, they got a tough schedule as well. 2 more games against the Panthers, a game against the Steelers to finish the season is going to be a tough little 3-game stretch for them. They got a 3-game road stretch coming up. So, things are opening up a little bit here for if you're an Eagles fan, and it'll be interesting to see how Peterson brings this team together out of the bye.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.